of that stuff. That is a luxury. That is not a requirement. You know what I'm saying? So people need to come back to reality.
60 years old, still working hard as ever. This message this morning, I want to speak to the 25 to 35, maybe even 40-year-olds. And I'm speaking to your future self, not the age you are now. The 60-year-old, 65-year-old you'll be one day. If you're not already doing it, you need to be investing in your future self. And you could start with a small amount of money, but start today putting money away for the old version of yourself. You will never regret it. Compound interest will be your friend. You've got time. When you're my age, you won't have financial troubles or worries. So start today. My advice is don't take advice from broke people like me, but learn at least from my mistakes. Go find somebody, a financial planner, advisor, maybe somebody your parents recommend, somebody that you know does well with money. Get their advice. Follow what they say. And I promise you, the 60, 65-year-old version of yourself will thank not only me, but the 30-year-old version of you. Do it. Start now.
Yeah, I think that life is way better past 40 because everything that you did in your 20s and your 30s is going to come back to catch up to you, whether good or bad. So, whatever seeds that you planted, a lot of people don't even invest in a 401k. You know what I'm saying? And you don't miss it. Like, once you set it up and once you set it to basically max out by the end of the year, at first it's going to see, and it's hard to convince people because they automatically going to give you excuses as to why they can't do it. But they're going to go and get the DoorDash. They're going to go get the
Here,
fast.
here's I want to go ahead and stop real quick. This is as a 30-year-old. Right now, your boy is hold on, let me go ahead and take this off real quick. Right now, your boy is not living the way that he wants to. Right? But I've accomplished at the age of 25-ish, like 24 to 26. I hit a goal and a milestone that some people will never ever achieve in their lives, right? And that's touch 100,000. Several years in a row, actually. And so my take on this 401k, the investment shit, this is what everyone says. It doesn't really help, right? Because now in 2025, I'm 30. We have something else that a lot of these people didn't have, right? Social media. And unfortunately, a lot of us, a lot of people, a lot of you out there are not invulnerable to the effects of seeing people younger than you 25 times richer than the richest person you know, right? And so it does something to your mentality, right? And so we continuously hear the same things. Oh, invest 401k. Oh, invest in fucking what, right? Oh, in Vanguard. Oh, and in your retirement. Oh, let me tell you one thing that is probably, in my personal opinion, the best thing that you should do, right? The smartest thing that you should do and you can do is invest in an area where you can develop a skill set that generates a tremendous amount of money in a short amount of time. Whether that be sales, whether it be some form of digital marketing or something like that, affiliate marketing, open up a little shop, you know what I'm saying? Something. You develop a skill. You invest your money into areas that have high return on your investment, right? What I mean by that in your investment, you're broke. So all you have is time for the most part. The money you get from your job, you need to spend that money to get some licenses. Get licensed for insurance, right? So you can get working at like a State Farm or Progressive or something like that. Get a license for a loan license so you can write loans for refinancing properties. You can approve people on, you get a real estate license. Get your tax license so you can do taxes for people. These are skill sets. These are things that you got to invest in. This, you're not even like a real estate license and a loan license, $1,000. Spend $1,000, you get to go to Champion School of Real Estate, you get classes, boom. Now you've invested $1,000 that can help you make even more money, right? So you get it at your $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 an hour job, or a salary job, and now you're going to another job that's paying you 60, 70, 80,000, right? And then this extra amount of money that you get from this next job, because you're only going to increase your expenses just a little bit, right? Increase the quality of your food, increase the quality of your lifestyle for just a little bit. Nothing that's recurring, right? Nothing that's recurring. Like, don't get a super expensive ass fucking car. Don't get expensive things that you have to continuously pay for, things that you can own, right? And then once you get that $70,000, $80,000 a year job, use the extra money to help you increase your skill set even further, right? And then from there, once you've got enough money and you continue seeing, you just keep compounding, you just keep leveling up. I'm saying from what I did, right? Worked as a fucking server, got money, got a car, got my car. I was able to do much more things, and then got the money, and then invested in myself to get my a loan license and my real estate license. Boom, made a couple $100,000 after a year of working there, right? Boom, took that money and learned how to trade, right? I learned how to trade. Boom, I started a little YouTube channel and stuff like that, you guys. Now, the YouTube isn't bringing money at all I mean, it is. It's not bringing much money, not with the views that I got, right? But I did invest heavily into learning how to trade. And so it hasn't really kicked off the way that I wanted to, but this is a skill set that I don't need a job for. The only thing I need a job for this skill set, right, is to continuously pay for my learning, for the evaluations, for the activation of the funding accounts, right, the funded accounts and stuff like that. And I'm looking at what, $50 for an evaluation, $150, $200 to activate the funded account. Not much at all, right there. Versus how much I can get out of this trading. You know what I mean? I've invested to the point where I can work and make money outside of a job, no matter what now. And that's what it's about, you guys. When they say invest, if you're in your 20s and 30s, bro, yes, it's nice to invest in fucking 401k and shit like that, but that's not what you do, man, because at that point, you're still betting on living this same lifestyle until you turn 60. Now, this may be this may be what some of you guys do. Some of you are just not built out for entrepreneurship. Some of you are not built out for trading. Some of you are not built out for high stress, high reward, high risk, high reward types of things. And so that may be the answer. But the answer to the majority of you guys out here, seriously, because a lot of us have motivations. We have desires, right? And if you got the desires, you have the ambition and the motivation for the most part. They don't go hand in hand, right? You can have desires and not have the motivation and ambition. But I'm assuming if you're watching a video like this, you have the ambition, you have the motivation. So I say, take your money, learn how to do something that you can make money outside of a job. Learn how to do drop shipping. Maybe work on spending your money to get some materials to create something, right? Maybe do rugs. Maybe you know how to make jewelry. Maybe you know how to fucking make clothes or something. You know what I'm saying? Spend time learning how to monetize your ideas. Spend the money to learn how to monetize your ideas. That will compound later on down the road. Because then when you're able to make $10,000 in a month, you have a lot more to put up in your investments, into your 401k, into your retirement, versus you still working this fucking little job where you're getting paid $1,000 to $6,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have static amount of money versus something that's extremely scalable. Invest the money into something that continue to make money outside of a job. That's what these people are not saying. They want to continuously say, oh, invest 401k. Oh, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Well, what the fuck do you invest in? Come on, man. I get tired of hearing people say that shit, man. Especially richer, well-off-to-do people. Oh, invest in yourself, invest in yourself, invest in yourself. It's the same fucking shit.
Food, they're gonna go get the car note, they're gonna go get all of the things that they don't need, they're gonna avoid ever taking public transportation because they don't want to be embarrassed. But then they don't have no money put up and they're gonna be required to work for the rest of their life. I plan on working for my entire life because I just think that that is the thing that keeps you alive. It's the productivity. It's the sense of value and worth and add value.
Yes, I totally agree. I'm planning on working for the rest of my life too, because this is what we're supposed to do, right? God sent men out to the fields to toil. Not only God, men, but women as well. Women need something to do as well, whether it may not be working in the traditional sense, but it may be building a community, continuous to strengthen existing bonds, make better bonds, focus on family. You know what I'm saying? That's what a woman at a highest caliber of level can do when she no longer has to work to sustain her lifestyle. As a man, once you have enough money to sustain your lifestyle, now you can move on to bigger and better things, which is still quote unquote work related, right? Start up a little private equity financing company or some shit. Spend your money and invest in real estate or something like that. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of things you can do.
Into this earth and doing things, and it's a great thing to be able to do it, but I don't want to have to be required to, which is one of the reasons why for my entire life I've always said that I'm only going to spend 25% of what I make on myself and the rest of it is going to be invested. So it's a lot of people going through things, and trust me, I've been broke multiple different times, so I understand what it's like to be there. But in order for you to get there, first you got to change your mindset. Secondly, you got to change your lifestyle, and then third, you got to stop keeping up with the Joneses so you can make better decisions and invest in yourself. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think the sentiment is.
The biggest flex, in my personal opinion, is time. And and what I mean by time is being able to do whatever the fuck you want to for the most part, right? What do they say? Some people say, I'd rather be a king in hell than a peasant in heaven. It's such a crude saying, but there's some merit behind it, right? You're spending $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month just in rent to live in a nice neighborhood, right? And now you only got a little bit of extra spare cash to do the things that you want to. Versus you living in a not so well-off-to-do neighborhood where it's $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 a month. You're saving $2,000, $3,000 a month because you've downgraded. You can never struggle when you put that extra monthly money up and do something with it. You know what I mean? You may not want to be a king in hell forever, but being a king in hell, meaning living below your means, may be the best thing for you until you have the funds and the money to live the way you want to live. You know what I'm saying? And so, I don't know what you guys think about this, man. Shout out Anton Daniels. I like his videos. Yeah, I think this was really good. I think that the investment and shit like that, you guys, it's really mainly about investing your money into a skill set that's gonna help you get more active income, because you're still gonna have to put your time in for money, regardless. You're going to have to put your time in to make money in some way, shape, or form. It does not matter. Even if you're a content creator, you're still putting your time in. Your time is worth way more money if you're like a very high-end content creator, but you're still putting your time in to create and make money. So, invest and put yourself in a situation where you can continue to increase that active income. So now your 8 hours of work isn't worth just $300, $400. Now your 8 hours of work, focused work, is worth $8,000. You know what I'm saying? Or more. That's what it's about. With that being said, man, this is Brother Trey. Like, comment, subscribe down below if you guys got some value from this, man. Let's continue to increase this community, and I'll see y'all in the next video.